Hey friends! As mentioned before, I have decided to move the weekly check-in to the podcast, so hey, here that is. If you're new here, I'm Daddy Doyen. I am a Black West Indian American, non-binary, pro and lifestyle dominatrix, or Themdom, also known as the Demonatrix. I am a sensual sadist, pegging enthusiast, impact aficionado, kink educator, and spiritual dom. I am the head witch in charge at the Kinky Cafe LLC, a members only club for queer kinksters, as well as a niche event and event planning business. You can check us out at kinkycafellc.com. Right this moment, the website will not be available probably until next week. I am changing hosting platforms, so if you try to check out the website and it's not there, forgive me. We are in the middle of construction right now. We're switching over, and the website's gonna have a new look and all that. I am also the producer and videographer of the Kinky Cafe Studio, a queer kink-based production studio under the Kinky Cafe. We offer membership through our Patreon for just $5 a month. And you can upgrade your tier for further perks. You can be a member from anywhere because we offer both virtual and in-person offerings such as events, classes, workshops, and more. Kinky Cafe Society members receive VIP discounts for all events facilitated by the Kinky Cafe. That's all events facilitated by the Kinky Cafe. If we are joining someone else and they're in charge of ticket sales and things like that, then we can't be offering VIP discounts. But if the Kinky Cafe is exclusively in charge, you get your VIP discount. But you have to be a member of Kinky Cafe Society. Just $5 a month. Plus, your payment on our Patreon helps us to create more events, workshops, etc. Because I need help. Y'all, I need help to build this community. There is no community without y'all. So consider joining Kinky Cafe Society. There are many things that I would like to offer you, and my resources are kind of short. We did have a GoFundMe. I have since just kind of let that go because it wasn't getting very much attention. I also think that I need to find a new platform for that, so I'll be doing that later on. You can join the Kinky Cafe by heading to patreon.com/Kinky Cafe. That's cafe with a K, Society. That's patreon.com/Kinky Cafe, cafe with a K, Society. Kinky Cafe Society. So I do these weekly check-ins to kind of offer others an accountability buddy. Offer myself as an accountability buddy. And make sure our minds and spirits are in alignment with the pleasure and release that we aim to receive in the lifestyle of BDSM. I was doing this on my TikTok. That's at Daddy Doyen, DADDYDOYENNE. Daddy Doyen, at Daddy Doyen on TikTok. But what better place to offer the weekly check-in than exploring our depths? The podcast that explores the intersection of conscious BDSM, self-awareness, and self-mastery. Exploring Our Depths is also a workshop offered through the Kinky Cafe that I hold every once in a while, every few months. I do an in-person and or virtual Exploring Our Depths workshop where you can come sit with me. We do some meditation. We do some somatic work with using BDSM, such as impact. I have a special guest coming up for our next one where we'll be doing some rope work. That's neither here nor there. Anyways, hello, babes. I know I've been away for a short little while, but how are you? Have you been drinking your water? Have you been getting your meals on time? Have you been sleeping well? And chips and Gatorade do not count for meals and water. Chips and Gatorade do not count. I'm going to say it again. Healthy sleep hygiene greatly contributes to better health in adults. And I know if you're paying any attention to what else is going on this planet, you may feel guilty about taking care of yourself or having a bed to sleep in, a roof to sleep under, about having more than scraps from a garbage to eat multiple times a day, and for having clean water and to keep you living, breathing, and hydrated. I need to remind you now, and will continue to remind you, that you cannot do much to help those in need if you are not in good health. If you're not doing well, you cannot help others. You do more for others when you love yourself first. And don't take that as an ego thing. Loving yourself is not about ego. It's about caring for your spirit, caring for your mind, body, and soul, and getting them in alignment with each other. It's not selfish. It's survival. So let me ask you something. Do you compartmentalize your lifestyle? You're a kinkster, or maybe a kinkster and a sex worker. Are your intimate relationships separate from your kink relationships? Some may be saying, of course, to either of these choices. I recently realized that I have never had my BDSM life and my vanilla life really intermingle until now. My baby girl is the first intimate partner I've had who is also a submissive partner. And no, you don't have to consider your play partners life partners or vice versa, especially if that partner is not interested in the lifestyle. Even if you have a strict no vanilla dating rule, the question is, do you keep your play partners or play partnerships separate from life partnership? If you don't, do you find yourself questioning your relationship stability based on your kink life? For instance, in my own partnership with my baby girl, I thought to myself recently, would I give her as much room to grow if she were my vanilla partner? We've been through some, let's say, traumatic growing pains, largely due to differences in culture and awareness. But had she not been the little to my daddy, would I give her as much room to grow? No, I'll be honest. I have to be honest. I could think of it as a bad thing and feel down on myself for letting this white girl traumatize me with how naive she is due to her big heart and hurtful memories of our past being a result of her trauma responses. Or I could see it as what it is. A lesson in patience and strength from my ancestors and guides, and a gift of love in unexpected places. My baby girl loves me. I know this. She shows me every day in so many lovely ways. She is flawed, and she is healing and growing and goofy and awkward at times. She is a tomboy and a hurricane, a living hurricane, and a lover, and a sappy emotional mess at times. And she's one of my best friends. She's most definitely the little to my big. I'm saying all of this to say that whether we separate our vanilla or romantic relationships from our kink relationships, when we approach this lifestyle from a place of self-exploration and spiritual mastery, we can learn so many lessons and not only find strength, but such genuine love for ourselves and others. A conscious approach to BDSM can be such a rewarding path to healing. It's amazing. Just about 3 years ago, around this time, I was in a relationship I believed was fulfilling because she seemed eager to create a life with me, despite our lifestyles and basic ideas of relationship dynamics and attachment were so fundamentally different that I felt more and more suffocated and unhappy by the day. She was vanilla. I am not. She tried to say that, we could explore things slowly. That never really happened. And then besides, she was low-key a swerf and a turf, and I didn't really realize that until it was a little too late. But she wouldn't admit it in public either. And don't ask, okay? Don't ask. Then the most significant lesson I took from that relationship was never compromise your true self for love. The blessings I took from that relationship were the discovery of my green thumb, a new passion for working with the earth and healing with natural medicine. She was also a really good gift giver and good in bed. I'm not gonna lie. Big up to you on that. You know who you are. Probably not listening because you don't care. It's fine. But maybe one of her little friends is gonna go back and talk to her about this. Not that she has many friends left. Anyway. I believe that relationship was a stepping stone toward what I really deserve out of love and in life. This lifestyle will teach you patience, how to set clear boundaries, and how to love in different ways on different levels. So I hope you're doing well. And until next week, take care of yourself. And remember, you're not broken, just a little bit.